Next, and this is a first for the induction, is for a husband and wife to be inducted, which is fantastic. I know from my own personal experience, partnership is important, and we actually talked about it at the roundtable, whether it's a good founder or co-founder, or whether it's through marriage, partnership and success of entrepreneurship is key. So Tonya Knightley, class of 91, CFO of EnvironVantage, helped grow the company from 4 employees to over 120. Actually, I learned 132 today. 132, so that happened in the last month, because since this slide was made. Specialized specifically on accounting platform for multi-state and federal contracting, so a lot of details. Each state has special and unique regulations. It's board of directors at Annie's Angels, Northeast Passage, 3-Notch Cycle, Wounded Warrior. From 2 different governors, Governor Lynch and Governor Hassan, received the Spirit of New Hampshire Award for volunteerism. So somebody's already picked up on that. That's great. Tonya, congratulations and welcome.
I'm going to stick to a script because I am not a public speaker. Thank you very much for this honor, and I am very honored to be with this group. This is a very impressive group. And it means so much to me that I received this honor alongside the man who has been my partner in life and the driving force behind many of my accomplishments. We were asked, what is a problem we see in the world today, and how can UNH help? There are so many concerns facing our society. How can you choose just one? I thought about speaking about the increasing divide in politics, or poverty, or climate change. Then I looked at the biographies of the past inductees into the Hall of Fame for inspiration, and I knew my topic, women in business. I'm not done yet. We've come a long way from the day when women weren't allowed to open a bank account, or when my mother-in-law attended the UNH Business School and was told by a professor she was only here to get her MRS. But we still have a long way to go. Underrepresentation of women in business is a missed opportunity from both a social and economic standpoint. Women represent the largest market opportunity and control $20 trillion in annual spending. Women also give back to the community at a greater rate. When we invest in women, our communities, states, and countries prosper. Diversity of ideas lead to greater innovation, and everyone gains. Out of the 25 inductees into the Hall of Fame, only 6 are female. Now, that is not the fault of the Hall of Fame. There are far fewer female entrepreneurs in the world. In 2018, only 19% of private businesses were women-owned. That number has increased worldwide, but it is still low. There are many challenges facing women in business, from culture and society to education and finance. Now, gender traits do play a role. Men as a gender are inherently bigger risk takers compared to women. It's easy to see if you visit a playground or an emergency room. Many times, women become entrepreneurs out of necessity in order to earn income on a schedule compatible with their roles as wives and mothers. But they struggle to grow past a certain threshold without support from community, family, and investors. Financing is a huge obstacle to women starting businesses. For every dollar of venture capital investment in the world, all female teams get 2 cents. All male teams get 89 cents. Even though evidence shows that startups founded or co-founded by women make significantly better financial investments. Just 8% of partners of the top venture firms globally are women. And men often choose to invest with other men because they're comfortable with them. Female entrepreneurs report that investors routinely assume they lack technical knowledge of their products. Their pitches are subject to greater interrogation, and they have to fight harder to prove their worth. Women are highly educated. 56% of UNH students are female. But there is a disparity in the number of women that go into the business school. I had the opportunity to speak with a recent female graduate of the business school. She praised the school. She loves it. And she spoke very highly of the women in business programs that you guys have. But she also talked about how often she was the only female in the room. Our education system, and specifically our universities, can counteract this disparity. Universities need to continue to strengthen programs targeting female entrepreneurs. This should start in the primary schools. If we want to shape the idea that girls can run businesses, it needs to happen early. Make business part of all the colleges, specifically the majors traditionally woman-oriented. Every profession can be enhanced by the knowledge of business and finance, and every profession can be turned into a business with the right skills. Increase the number of options for non-traditional students to give mothers and women returning to the workforce confidence and opportunities needed to start a venture. Make sure female students have female role models to mentor them. Who better to help them to succeed than a woman who already has? Universities can also provide more access to funding, mentoring, and exposure to investor networks by incentivizing investors to invest in female startups. Women have ideas but often don't move forward with them because they lack the support, knowledge, and funding. UNH is already making great strides to change that, but there's still so much more that can be done. Thank you.